Hello, my dear students. How are you all? Let's add value to your knowledge account today. Welcome to our Finance and Accounting Academy channel. I'm Dr. Bharati Sunil. Our today's topic is final accounts. In our financial accounting journey, we have covered many topics like why a business has to prepare accounting and what are business transactions, what are various basic accounting terms, what are accounting principles, what is accounting cycle. In that accounting cycle, we have started with recording, preparation of journal entries, next ledger posting, from ledger posting to trial balance. Now we have come to a very important topic, and many students find it difficult, but in our class we'll make this topic very simple. So let's go to the topic called final accounts. Final accounts. Now we have come to preparation of final accounts. So in accounting cycle, the very important step, that is preparation of final accounts, and many students find it very difficult. But if you understand this concept very clearly, and you can do final accounts with perfection. So learn final accounts very easily. So bring your notebook and pen and write notes and solve problems along with me in all our coming videos of final accounts. Then you will find final accounts is very easy topic for you. So let's start our topic. First, you should understand what is the meaning of financial statements. If you take a business, you will find two types of statements. So the first one is income statement. Income statement, and the second one is position statement. So the first one is income statement, the second one is position statement. What is income statement? Income statement, why income statement is prepared? Income statement is prepared to know the profitability of the business. So why we will prepare? We'll prepare to know the profitability of the business. And why balance sheet is prepared? To know the financial position of the business. This income statement will prepare in two steps. What's the first step? Preparation of trading account. And the second one is profit and loss account. So we'll prepare income statement in two steps. What's the first one? Trading account, and the second one is profit and loss account. Next, coming to the position statement, what we'll prepare here? We'll prepare balance sheet. So here we'll prepare what? Balance sheet. First, how this trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet is prepared by using trial balance. The topic what we have covered in the last two videos, trial balance. Using the trial balance, we'll prepare trading account, P&L account, and balance sheet. So from trial balance, we'll take all items of revenue nature into trading account and P&L account, and the items of capital nature will go to balance sheet. So this trading account will show us the gross profit of business. What is gross profit? If you are doing any business, you will make sales, right? So when you are making sales, you want to know how much of profit you have earned. So what you will do, you will take the cost of goods sold and you will deduct from sales. Then you will get one profit. What's that profit called? Gross profit. In trading account, we'll come to know how you will get gross profit. So in trading account, we will take all direct expenses, and in profit and loss account, we'll take all indirect expenses. I will show you trading account and P&L account in one place. So how you'll write heading? We'll write trading and P&L account of ABC company for the year ending 31st March 2025. So in this, we are not showing date column separately like how we are prepared in ledger accounts, but here we will prepare trading and P&L account for the year ending, means how we have showed here 31st March 2025. For one accounting year, we'll prepare trading account and profit and loss account. So in trading account, what you will get, in profit and loss account, what you will get, I will show you. How you will write here, this side is called debit side and this side it is called credit side. So trading and P&L account will show both on debit and credit sides. We are preparing trading and P&L account at the year ending. So we are taking all the transactions, whatever we have done in our business and whatever we have showed in the form of a trial balance, means whatever the balances are shown in trial balance, all those balances will take in trading and P&L account and balance sheet. Now I will show you how to prepare trading and profit and loss account. So here we'll start to opening stock. The first item in trading account is opening stock. Means the stock what we are holding in our business is our opening stock. Next, we will write two purchases. Next, we'll write two direct expenses. These three are compulsory on debit side. And coming to the credit side, we'll write by sales. And here by closing stock. So we'll see these ones. Two opening stock means what? So whatever the stock we are holding with us, we are having with us in the starting of the year, means in the starting of financial year, whatever the stock is there with us, that is called what? To opening stock. Next, this stock may not be sufficient for our business to continue our 1 year of transaction. So what we will do, we make purchases. So when we make purchases, all those purchases will enter here. This purchases, how you'll show, will show it as cash purchases, credit purchases. Next, if any purchase returns are made, then what we'll do, we'll deduct from this purchases and we'll show the net figure in the outer column. Next, we'll show two direct expenses. What are direct expenses? Whatever the expenses we are incurring at the factory level. So I will show what will be covered under direct expenses here. Direct expenses covers coal, gas, water, carriage on purchases. What is the meaning of carriage on purchases? When we are purchasing materials, how you'll bring that materials into our business? By using transportation, right? So how you'll bring our materials into the business, that expenses is called carriage on purchases, right? And we'll also cover the expenses relating to factory, that is factory rent, factory manager's salary, factory insurance. We'll cover motive power. We'll cover customs duty. What is customs duty? If you are importing your goods from any other country, or if you are using shipping, what we have to pay? We have to pay customs duty. So all these expenses, whatever we are incurring up to the factory gate, will come under direct expenses. All these expenses we will write under direct expenses. I will explain trading account very clearly in our coming video. But today I want to show you exactly what is final accounts. So how you'll prepare final accounts by using three steps, that is trading account, profit and loss account, balance sheet. So in that process, I want to explain you what generally will be covered under trading account. So now is it clear for you what we are covering under trading account? So first we have covered opening stock. Next, purchases. Next, direct expense on the debit side. These three are must. Next, buy sales means whatever the sales we are making. So with this sales, what will generate? Will generate revenue. Next, closing stock means what is the stock that is there with us at the end of the year. This is opening of the year. This is end of the year. Opening stock is 2 lakhs. Purchases 1 lakh. Direct expenses 50,000. Right? And sales is 5 lakhs. And closing stock is 2 lakhs. So now what we'll do, we'll make total of this, right? So what is the total? 7 lakhs. And here 2 lakhs plus 1 lakh, 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs 50,000. What is the difference? 3,50,000. So here we will write 3,50,000. Means it is our profit. So how can we say that it is profit? Because our uh, revenue is more, because our credit side is more compared to debit side. So income side is more compared to expenses side. So that is why this 3,50,000 is our profit. So what is that profit is named in trading account? Okay, it is called trade to gross profit. It is to gross profit. Now what is the total? 7 lakhs. So this is called what? Trading account. Say, say if debit side is more and credit side is less, right? Then what will happen? Say here the total is 3,50,000, right? Say our credit side total is 7 lakhs. No, suppose the credit side total is 3 lakhs. Say sales is 2 lakhs and closing stock is 1 lakh. Say for example here, if you take sales as 2 lakhs and closing stock as 1 lakh, then what will be our total? Our total will be 3 lakhs, right? So then if you take expenses, means these three, how much will be the total? 3,50,000. Means expenses side is more and income side is less. Here it is 3,50,000 and here it is 3 lakhs, right? Then the difference is how much? 50,000. That difference is called what? Gross loss. When you will get gross loss, when expenses are more than our income, then that is called what? It is gross loss. So if you get gross loss, where we should write? We should write on the credit side. So how you will write on the credit side? We should write as by gross loss. Like this we have to show gross loss. Is it clear? So then what you will do with this gross profit or gross loss? We have to transfer this to profit and loss account. So how you'll prepare profit and loss account, I will explain. But before going to profit and loss account, you remember these points. What are those points? We'll get 3 items: 2 opening stock, 2 purchases, 2 direct expenses. On the credit side, you will get buy sales and buy closing stock. If debit side is more and credit side is less, then you will get gross loss. If debit side is less and credit side is more, then you will get gross profit, right? So now we'll prepare profit and loss account. So here when we are writing both the accounts under one heading, there is no need for us to write again heading here. So we can just continue. Why? Because already we have prepared trading account. Now we are preparing profit and loss account. We'll transfer this gross profit to the credit side of profit and loss account. So how you will transfer? By gross profit. This is the first item when we have to write P&L account. So what is our gross profit? 3,50,000. And here we'll write all expenses. Means if a particular product is produced and it has come out of the factory, then what are the expenses that we'll incur? We can't sell the product outrightly, right? So we have to make promotion of that product, right? We have to make advertising expenses, right? Sales promotion expenses. And next we'll also incur administration expenses. We'll incur financial expenses. So all those expenses will come under profit and loss account. So these expenses are called what? Indirect expenses for a particular product, right? So here I will write indirect expenses. So what are indirect expenses? First we'll write administration expenses. So what are administration expenses? Here we'll take salaries, office rent, office insurance. See, if it is factory salaries, factory rent, factory insurance, that it will come under direct expenses. Then where we'll take under trading account. But if it is office salaries, office rent, office insurance, right? Next, printing and stationery. So like that, all these expenses will come under administrative expenses. Next, we will write selling and distribution expenses. So when a particular product is made, So when a particular product is made, what you will do, we have to make promotion of our product. So what you will incur, we will incur sales commission, next is sales manager salary. So like that, whatever the expenses we incur, we write here sales commission, sales manager salary, right? Next, packing, advertisement, expense, packing, advertisement expenses also will come under selling and distribution expenses. Next, we'll get financial expenses. So what are those financial expenses? Suppose if you take bank loan, we have to pay interest to the banker, right? So all those expenses will come under interest payments. So interest payments include what? Payment of interest on loan and a payment of interest on capital, right? Next we'll have depreciation. So what are the depreciation amounts we'll make? What are the provisions we'll create under depreciation? That is depreciation on building, depreciation on machinery, depreciation on furniture. All those will come under depreciation. Like that we will cover administrative expenses. Next we'll cover selling and distribution expenses. Next we'll cover financial expenses. Next we'll cover depreciation related expenses. All those expenses I will explain when I explain you profit and loss account. I hope this is clear till now. Now we'll take some expenses here and we'll prepare profit and loss account. So what's the first step? Take gross profit to the credit side of profit and loss account. So here we will write some expenses, 2 salaries, next 2 office rent, 2 interest, to depreciation. So salaries we will take 1 lakh and rent we will take 50,000. Interest we will take 20,000 and depreciation we will take 30,000. So like this we'll take all indirect expenses here and now what we should do, we should make total of debit side and total of credit side. So if the credit side total is 3,50,000 and suppose if there are any incomes like by commission received, so 10,000. So what will be our total? 3,60,000. Total debit side also 1 lakh plus 50,000, 1 lakh 50 plus 20, 1 lakh 70, 1 lakh 70 plus 30, 2 lakhs is our debit side total. So 3,60,000 minus 2 lakhs. So what is the remaining amount? 1,60,000. So what is this called? This is called our net profit. So what you will write here? To net profit. So total is 3,60,000. So is it clear? So we have covered in here trading account as well as profit and loss account. When we have prepared trading account, we got gross profit. That gross profit we have transferred to P&L account. So where we have to show on the opposite side. So here we have written debit side, no gross profit. So we'll take to the credit side as by gross profit. Suppose if you got gross loss, where you will write? Here on the credit side. So by gross loss. So then where we have to take on the debit side of P&L account, right? Now what are the expenses we have written here? We have written 2 salaries, 2 office rent, 2 interest, 2 depreciation. We have total all debit side amounts. Then we got 2 lakhs. Then we have total credit side items. So then we got 3,60,000. So 3,60,000 minus debit side total 2 lakhs. So we got how much? 1,60,000 as net profit. See, if debit side is more and the credit side is less, then what we'll get? We'll get net loss. Like how I showed in trading account. So whether you made profit, net profit or net loss, that amount we have to take to the capital account when we prepare balance sheet. Is it clear for you? Trading account and P&L account. So in trading account, we'll take all direct expenses, and in P&L account, we'll take all indirect expenses. So in trading account, what is the profit that we got? This gross profit will tell us what is the amount of profit we have made after deducting cost of goods sold from sales. Means sales minus cost of goods sold is our gross profit, right? So after getting gross profit, what will prepare? Profit and loss account. So here when we prepared profit and loss account, to this gross profit, what we have added? All the incomes, and what you have deducted? All the indirect expenses. To this gross profit, what we'll do? We will deduct indirect expenses, and we will add indirect incomes. What are indirect incomes? Rent received, commission received, brokerage received, discount received, like that, the apprentice premium received. So all these incomes we will add. Then what we'll get? We'll get net profit. So this is the profit what we have to consider in our business when we want to know exactly what is the profit we have gained, because this gross profit is not our real profit, because after getting gross profit also we are incurring many expenses like this, like all these expenses. So what is remaining with us after deducting all these expenses, that is our net profit. So we want to know net profit to know exactly how much of profit we have made in our business after meeting all direct and indirect expenses. Clear? Next we'll go to balance sheet. So I will rub this and prepare balance sheet. Please take screenshot. Now we are preparing balance sheet. So how you'll prepare balance sheet? We have to write heading balance sheet of ABC company as on, or we can write as at. Either we can write as on or we can write as at 31st March 2025. Now we should understand the difference between trading account, P&L account and balance sheet. This is called account, but this is called statement. In balance sheet, we'll draw 4 columns. This is liabilities, amount, assets, amount. See here in trading and P&L account also we have taken 4 columns, but this is debit side and this is credit side. So here we have written particulars amount, here also particulars amount, but in balance sheet this is called liability side, it is called asset side. Under liability is what we should get. So why this balance sheet is prepared? Balance sheet is prepared to know our financial position on a particular date, means what are our liabilities and what are our assets. So in this balance sheet, we will show what is our capital and what are the liabilities that we are having with us. Means if you are taking any loan or if you are selling your goods on credit basis, if you are having any outstanding expenses, all that will come under liability side. And on the asset side, you will get all fixed assets and current assets. This balance sheet we can prepare on a particular date to know our exact financial position. So now I will show you how to prepare liabilities. So first item will be capital. When we are having any additions or deductions, we have to provide one inner column. Inner column means how we have prepared. So like this we have to prepare. Here also we'll write one more amount. So we'll make all deductions here and we'll take the net figure in the outer column. So this is called what? Inner column. This is called what? Outer column. So whenever there are any requirements, even in a trading account and P&L account also. Say for example, if you are having purchase returns, then we have to deduct the purchase returns from purchases. Then what we'll do, we'll provide another amount column here. So that amount column is called inner column. This amount is called outer column. So here first we'll take capital, and to this what we have to add? Net profit. Suppose if you are having net loss, what we'll do? We will deduct net loss. But here we are having net profit, so we should add. Say what is the capital? It is 2,50,000, right? And what is our profit? 1,60,000. This will not get. And suppose if you are having any drawings also, we will take here. So what is the total? 2,50,000, 4,10,000. Suppose if you are having drawings, then we have to deduct. So if you are having any drawings, then we will deduct. Then whatever the amount that will be remaining with us, that will be taken to the outer column. Clear? Next, we will write here bank loan. Suppose if your bank loan is 1 lakh. Next, sundry creditors. All these terms I have explained in our previous videos. If you go to our previous videos, you can understand very clearly all these terms. So please watch our earlier videos. You will get clarity about all the terms whatever I am using when I am preparing trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. First what we have taken capital, to that what we have added net profit. If net loss is there, then we have deduct. Any one of that will get net profit or net loss, right? So if you get net profit, we'll add. If you got net loss, then we have to deduct. Okay, next, if there are any drawings, then we have to deduct that and show the remaining figure in the outer column. Next, any other liabilities we have. Say here I have written bank loan. Next is sundry creditors. Right, next to outstanding expenses, means whatever the amount still that are pending from our side to pay to our employees. Say for example, this is March month, no? So March month salary is not paid by us, that we'll pay in the month of April. So outstanding wages, outstanding salaries, outstanding rent, all that will come under balance sheet. These outstanding expenses are 50,000. So we will write here. Clear? Now we'll go to asset side. Fixed assets. Here also I'll provide another column. Say we are having fixed assets like machinery, and machinery amount is 2 lakhs, and we have already deducted some depreciation, no? So the depreciation we will take here. So how much of depreciation we have showed here? 30,000. So we'll deduct from 2 lakhs and we will show that in the outer column. So like this we have to show the net figure in the outer column, right? Next, furniture, 2 lakhs. Next, sundry debtors, 1 lakh. Prepaid expenses, 50,000. Cash at bank, 50,000. Cash in hand, 80,000. So like this, we have to write all our liabilities and all our assets. Okay, these are called what? Fixed assets, and these are called what? Current assets. Find the difference between fixed assets and current assets. What are fixed assets and what are current assets? Fixed assets means the benefit of which will be there for the longer period. That means for more than 1 year. Okay, current assets means the assets which will be there with us for a period of 1 year. See, sundry debtors means which will be recovered by us within a period of 1 year, right? And prepaid expenses also. Next, cash in hand, cash at bank, all these are called what? Our current assets. So if you add all our fixed assets and current assets, whatever the total we'll get, that should match with our liabilities total. Then only our balance sheet will be correct. Means if our balance sheet is tallying, we should get both the sides same amounts. Now we will check 4 lakhs 10,000, 5 lakhs plus 1 lakh, 5 lakh 10,000 plus 90, 6 lakhs plus 50,000, 6 lakhs 50,000. So I am writing here 6 lakhs 50,000. Next, come to the asset side. 1 lakh 70 plus 2 lakhs, 3 lakh 70, 4 lakh 70, 5 lakh 70 plus 80,000, 6 lakh 50,000. So this is our balance sheet. So today we have done both trading account, P&L account and balance sheet. So in trading account, we got gross profit, and this gross profit we have taken to P&L account, and here in P&L account we got net profit. This net profit we have taken under capital, we have added to capital, right? So what we have taken on the liability side, we have taken capital, net profit, drawings, bank loan. If this bank loan is for more than 1 year, then it is called long-term liability, right? And sundry creditors and outstanding expenses, these two are called short-term liabilities. Next, coming to the asset side, we have taken fixed assets, machinery, we have deducted depreciation. So in P&L account, we have showed depreciation of 30,000. So 30,000 we have deducted here, and the net amount we have taken in the outer column. Next, furniture 2 lakhs. Next, current assets, sundry debtors, prepaid expenses, cash at bank and cash in hand. So we have showed fixed assets and current assets. So this is about our balance sheet. Today just I have explained you how final accounts are prepared. In the coming videos, I will explain you trading account by giving the format of trading account, and we will solve problems in trading account. In the same way, I will give you format for profit and loss account and balance sheet, and we will solve problems in profit and loss account and balance sheet separately, and then we will do complete final accounts problem. After you understand clearly how to prepare final accounts by covering all these 3 stages, then I will explain you adjustments. So how adjustments are to be used in preparation of final accounts. So this is about today's class. That's all for today, but learning never stops. So please like, share and subscribe my videos so that videos will reach more needy students. Keep learning, keep growing. See you in the next video. Thank you.